Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for cruising on through. Today, we're taking a quick look at the history of Summerlin. In particular, going to be looking at the developments in Summerlin West, along with downtown Summerlin. Before we get going, though, do me a huge favor, shoot this video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more Vegas and Summerlin content. All right, so full disclosure, I started this video, or decided to do this video, because I kind of wanted to get some type of idea how long things actually take to develop in Summerlin. And living out here in Summerlin West, you know, the rumors of the urban core. I've lived here 2.5 years. Obviously, there's been a ton of infrastructure that has went in since moving here, but obviously there's no stores. But I just wanted to kind of get an idea of how long things actually take. And I'm hoping that this will help with my patients. And if you guys already live here in Summerlin West and you're thinking, man, when is the core going to start? When's it going to be built? I think this gives you an idea of really how long things take. And if you're thinking about moving here, it's something to consider, as well as we, just don't really know when things are actually going to get going. So anyways, 2000, development commences on the Vistas Village. Vistas, obviously a village out here in Summerlin West. Not going to read all the details here. Going to scroll down, skip a lot of this, but Red Rock opened in the same year, obviously just south of Summerlin Center. 2000, construction of 215 Beltway through Summerlin begins. Gonna scroll down here. You're gonna see a lot of different awards for Summerlin as we scroll through here. So 2003, the second village of Summerlin West, the Paseos, commences. The Paseos, for me, one of my favorite villages here in Summerlin. Pretty solid, mature landscaping, just really developed, and I don't know, I like it. It's a good vibe through the Paseos. All right, so in 2004, so 4 years after the Vistas commenced, Linda Givens Elementary School opens. Obviously, Linda Givens is in the Vistas Village. Gonna keep scrolling down here. So 2006, Red Rock Casino Resort and Spa opens. I don't know when they started construction on the Red Rock Casino. I think it took 2 or 3 years to build. Drop a comment below, though, if you actually have that answer. But nonetheless, Red Rock Casino Resort, kind of the first building, first business open in that downtown Summerlin area. Gonna keep scrolling down here past some of the school stuff. Ton of awards here for Summerlin over the years, obviously. All right, so 2014, so 8 years after Red Rock Casino opens, downtown Summerlin opens on October 9th. So I'm just going to read this one, though. The 106-acre fashion, dining, and entertainment destination of downtown Summerlin opens to valley-wide acclaim. A 400-acre urban core in the center of the community, downtown Summerlin will eventually be home to thousands of urban-style residences, Class A office, and service retail. It is the largest U.S. retail development project following the Great Recession. So this to me paints a great picture. Obviously, the Great Recession was mixed in this, but 2006, Red Rock Casino opens. 2014, downtown Summerlin opens, and we're talking the mall, basically, right? As we go through this, you're going to see when more residential units came through. But my point is this, I was just driving on Charleston today, just east of, I think it's east of Lifetime. The land was getting cleared. They're doing something with the land over there. And, that's obviously going to be another part of downtown Summerlin. So these things take time. And for me, it's just an eye-opener that, Red Rock Casino started, and then 8 years later was actually when downtown Summerlin opened. So just something to consider out west here when the urban core actually commences. I'm going to scroll down here some more. All right, so 2016, the Vistas Community Center and Pool opens. So 16 years after the Vistas Village commenced and started construction, the community center opened. So 16 years. That's something to think about here, because I would almost assume that there's going to be another community center that services more, say, Grant Park, Kestrel, La Madre. I would assume at some point there's going to be another community center, Red Point. I don't know where, but that's something to consider. I mean, 16 years after a village opened, the community center and the pool opened. So 16 years later, quite some time. All right, 2016, Constellation opens in the downtown Summerlin area. So Constellation, downtown Summerlin's first residential offering and luxury apartment neighborhood, opens with 124 units and a resort style pool. This is the most amenitized rental apartment experience in Summerlin. 2 years after they opened downtown Summerlin, they get their first residential building. All right, scrolling down here. So another downtown Summerlin development, 2016 NHL practice facility breaks ground. 2017, another Summerlin West Village, Reverence by Pulte Homes opens. 2017, so a year later, City National Arena opens after it started construction in 2016. Scrolling down here some more. All right, so 2018, another development in downtown Summerlin. Construction on Las Vegas Ballpark begins and progresses. Another downtown development, 2018, so 4 years after they opened up the downtown Summerlin Mall. Completion of 2 Summerlin. Gonna scroll down here some more. 2019, completion and opening of Las Vegas Ballpark, home of Las Vegas Aviators, the city's professional AAA baseball team of the AAA West League, an affiliate of the Oakland Athletics, soon to be the Las Vegas Athletics. So what? 5 years after they finished the mall area of downtown Summerlin, they had quite a bit of buildings. They had some residential. They had some good solid anchors in the area. Scrolling down here, 2019 construction completed on Tanager, I think that's how you pronounce it, downtown Summerlin's second luxury apartment complex. So more residential 5 years later after opening downtown Summerlin. Scrolling down here. Love that park, by the way. Ton of awards. You know, master plan community-wise, Summerlin always in the top 25, but oftentimes in the top 3. All right, so in 2020, another Summerlin West development, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Summerlin Area Command opens. As you can see here, this is on Carriage Hill Drive, so just across the way. Obviously, there were some woodside homes that are now in this area, but just a lot of dirt and cacti back in 2020. Scrolling down here. All right, 2020 Tanager grand opening again in downtown Summerlin. Summerlin celebrates 30th anniversary in July 2020. November 2020, Red Point and Red Point Square districts begin selling. All right, in April 2021, Stonebridge Park opens. Just a ton of parks opening here in Summerlin West of late. Shack here, let's see here. Number 3 nationally again for Summerlin sales in regards to master plan communities. All right, so July 2022, Kestrel and Kestrel Commons begin selling. Obviously, they're still selling, along with Red Point having Cordillera and Vertex to go still. All right, January 2023, Ridge Pine Park opens. February 2023, 1700 Pavilion opens in downtown Summerlin. Then back in October 2023, that's when the Whole Foods Market broke ground. January 2024, phase 1 of Red Point Arroyo opens. That's the park that goes up Red Point Drive. They have 2 sections opened. One more is on the way, and I think it ends up below Edgewood up in Grand Park. Could be wrong, though. That could be a separate park. Not sure there. But nonetheless, that whole walkway, which is, I think, about 1.4 miles from Carriage Hill Drive all the way up to Sky Vista, pretty solid walk if you go up and down the whole thing. All right, then in February 2024, more residential units came to downtown Summerlin. Tanager Echo opens. June 2024, Explorer Park opens. That's just right by Cordillera, across the way, I should say. July 2024, yet another park in Red Point Paseo opens. Love that walkway, by the way. Big shout out to some of those homes along it, pretty dope backyards. All right, then November 2024, Grand Park Village begins selling. From what I can see, looking pretty solid there. I think Edgewood's moving quite well. Ashland's moving quite well. Glen Rock, all the KB homes they got up there. All right, then January 2025, Summerlin turns 35. And then earlier this year, Whole Foods Market, Starbucks opens at downtown Summerlin. All right, guys. So that gives you an idea of how long things take to develop. I think the biggest takeaway for me was the Vistas commenced and started construction in 2000, and their community center and their pool didn't open until 2016. Then looking at downtown Summerlin as well, just the distance between the Red Rock opening in 2006 and then the actual mall part of downtown Summerlin opening in 2014. And then obviously since then, they've been moving quite steadily with new buildings, residential buildings, etc. Like always, though, give me your comments, give me your thoughts below. I would love to hear from you and see what you think in regards to the development timeline in Summerlin. Before we get going, do me a huge favor, shoot this video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for more Vegas and Summerlin content.